as you just mentioned, you got ADHD. I didn't even know that until right now, and I've known you for like 4 years now. So
Yeah.
Fucking don't get him started, Baz.
I think we better move on before he keeps banging on about his fucking ADHD. Right, so...
I'm open to the thought and the belief that the Earth can be flat and that we've never been to the moon.
And somebody goes, "Oh, how old's your kid?" And they go, "Oh, it's 49 months old." No, the cunt's fucking 4 years old, mate. Like, you got a 4-year-old.
Just to piss you off, I'm going to, from now on, just refer to myself as 593 months old. If you run over a dog, you legally have to report it to the police. You run over a cat, fuck it, wing it over a fence, crack on with your life.
No way.
That's wild, isn't it?
When I came over to the UK, I was fucking shooketh, mate. Shooketh to see how you treated your animals. Like, mate, for us, fucking the dogs sleep outside, mate. Fuck that. You don't get a dog in the house. Are you fucking mad?
If they lie still long enough, they're on the bride. Stroking the dog, and then all of a sudden you get to the back legs and you start squeezing it. It's like, yeah, fuck it, this one's going on. Speaking about getting wound up about things, which is a cringingly bad segue into asking for your mildly controversial opinions. I'm gonna come to Rick first. Okay, so I want to hear one of your mildly controversial opinions, mate.
So
you said mildly, by the way.
Yes.
Yes.
So for, I mean, people may be new to us through you, maybe. So the idea of this is that Rick is going to tell us one of his mildly controversial opinions, and Baz and I will decide whether we adopt it as an official opinion of the podcast, whether we endorse it or we pot it. So,
Power baby.
I say Baz and I. If it's, I mean, there's two of us, so if it's 1-1, I've got the casting vote because I do fucking everything. So,
Yeah.
so basically, Rick, give us your opinion, and I'll tell you if it's accepted.
Okay, so one of my opinions, because I believe I sent 3. One of them is I hate it when people make one particular thing their whole fucking personality. It drives me. So, just example, and it's not great. I'm not saying, oh, you have it and you're a dickhead. No. But for example, ADHD. I have ADHD. Have I ever spoken about it on social media? No. Unless I've been specifically asked about it. Mm-hmm. I've never spoken about it, and I don't make it my whole personality. When somebody is a single parent and they make it their whole personality. When somebody, I don't know, they've got half an earlobe. And do you know what I mean? Like something, it doesn't have to be a whole personality. I promise you, there is a lot more to you. If you just dig a little deeper, I can guarantee you that you are a far more interesting person than just that one subject. And I don't know why, but it's just one of my huge mild bugbears, I will call it. It's not fucking
absolutely.
mild.
It
enrages me, man. So people who just pick one specific kind of topic or genre, whatever it might be, fucking latch onto it, and that's all they're known for.
Like being South African and walking through mountains or something.
Yeah, I mean, what a fucking dickhead.
Oh, God, you're so one-dimensional.
Yeah. Just like...
Well, the best is if your mate want to come and join you and he can't fucking get down, he has to be airlifted down.
There you go. Look at that. See that reaction there? That was just... that was a little jab to fend you off, and then it was the absolute nailing punch right into your face.
Fucking uppercut, wasn't it, that one?
Literally, yeah. He just mugged me right off to fucking thousands of listeners. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, that's one of them.
Well, okay. So, Baz, I'll let you go first.
So, yeah. So, firstly, I agree with you, but not always. Because, like, there are some people who are... We're sort of mainly talking about social media things, really, aren't we? Because, like, this is where you get to see it the most. But there are some people... Because one of the things about social media is, like, they always recommend, if you get hit with something, do it over and over and over and over again. And I think this is where, like, some people have that sort of thing where they go, oh, yeah, I'm known for this. So every part of my being is now, done towards this. I'm just going to bring up the fact that I was I was a vegetarian for a while, and so this always brings up the joke that me and Mike always had about veganism on the podcast, because Mike's always been an avid meat eater. So whenever the whole vegetarian vegan thing used to come on the podcast, he'd be on there like, oh yeah, and I've always said that thing that even though I was a vegetarian for ages, I wouldn't mention it until somebody actually said to me. I mean, I'm eating meat again now, so I think I've kind of gotten over that. But yeah, it's the same thing.
Sorry to interrupt, Baz. If you're listening to the audio version, he doesn't mean right now.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
He's not got like a big fucking, like turkey leg like Henry VIII.
No, but yes.
It means he's returned. He's come back. He's come back from the void of being vegan or vegetarian.
But yeah, it is that point that like where some people just want to tell you their whole life story in one sort of sentence about, oh yeah, this is me, this is everything about me. Whereas other people, like, as you just mentioned, you got ADHD. I don't even know that until right now, and I've known you for like 4 years now. So
Yeah.
Fucking don't get him started, Baz.
I think we better move on before he keeps banging on about his fucking ADHD. Right, so
Oh my god.
Right, my take on this is right. When you sent it through to me, and I read it, and I was like, yeah, I share the same opinion of parents. Right?
oh God, yeah.
I've got 3 kids, right? Yeah. I'm not a parent first and everything else afterwards. And you just get some people who you would just wonder, like, what did they have before they became parents? And it's just every single thing seems to be about their kids. And I get it's different for different people. It's like, my firstborn, my eldest daughter, lived with her mum, so I didn't see her a lot. So when I saw her, I was like full on the whole time. And Johan understands, you're full on, but it's. But there's other times, some people that just say that their entire life is, I'm a parent first. I must my kids must be really happy and all this kind of. I must do this and I must spend time with the kids and.
Life doesn't always work like that, does it?
No.
Yeah, but you just think, look, you're not just a parent. You're also a friend. You're also you could be so from my point of view, I'm a friend. I'm a husband. And I'm a son, and so there's loads of other things about me.
Correct.
I realised that I tried really hard to think of other things about me, and I came up with the fact I'm related to other people than my children.
Yes.
Well, fuck it. Maybe I'm just a dad. Do you know what I mean?
No, mate, I get it.
I particularly noticed it when when I did the school run, because I made the decision over 10 years ago to sack off corporate life to spend more time with my kids. So it's easy for me to say, because I don't have to condense all my time with my kids into a shorter space of time, because people who work long hours may only see the kids at weekends or in the mornings and the evenings and stuff. I get to see my kids the whole time. So if I'm out like I was today, playing golf and having a few drinks, my wife picked the kids up and I wasn't here when the kids got home, but it doesn't matter because I see loads of them, you know what I mean? So I guess it's easy for me to say, but I used to go to like school drop-off and school pick-up when we lived back in England, and there would be people there who I knew I could get into a decent conversation about lots of different things, about music or football or lots of other things. And then I'd know the characters that I could see. They would literally just talk about their fucking kids the whole time. And I was like, I would avoid them like the plague. Because
I hate small talk. I fucking hate it like the plague.
Especially when it's about their kids. Oh, my son's doing this now. Oh, my son's like a brown belt at karate. And my son, I genuinely don't give a fuck, right? But I'm too polite in that environment of dropping off at the dropping the kids off. I nearly said, but that's a different thing. But yeah, I'm too polite to just go, oh, you're fucking vacuous, I need to speak to somebody else, and then go and talk to somebody else. But that's what was going on in my head. So it's a similar sort of thing, that it's just people are so multifaceted. Let people know that. Don't just bang on about the same thing the whole time. So yes, in short, your opinion about people banging on about ADHD and such like as being the entirety of their personality is officially accepted, rubber stamped,
Yes!
and it is also the opinion of the mildly controversial podcast.
I take that.
Now then, Johan, what have you got?
I'm slightly scared here, by the way.
I'll go in slightly gentle with the first one. I believe that COVID-19 was a hoax.
Ooh.
And I believe that they did it to get the masses in that state of control, and they are going to bring out CBDCs, which is centralized digital money. So basically, if you don't behave, they can block your money. And I think COVID-19 was the first step in controlling the masses going forward.
Right, can I jump on this?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I mean, this is Johan saying he's starting easy.
Yeah.
Jesus.
No. So
I'm literally going to fit a seatbelt to my chair for the next couple. If this is easy going, I'm going to need to be strapped into my chair for the next.
So I'm going to come in with this. This might be the thing that makes our podcast go viral. No. It's like we've done 2 episodes on conspiracy theory because I love a conspiracy theory. It's literally, I think they're the best things in the world. Now, I'm not saying this is a conspiracy theory, but obviously it's listed down as being a conspiracy theory on the internet. I don't know the answer. I'm going to start with that because that gets me out of a massive part of something where someone's going, "You're fucking mad, bro." Because no, seriously, because this is what people are going to go. They're going to go, "He's crazy, right?" Because like one of the things about COVID, and there were loads of things kicking around at the time. Like I remember watching lives of people were going to emergency rooms in America, going, "Look, there's nobody here," and yet there's like 1 billion people dying every day. Look, I do kind of agree that there's something nefarious about the whole thing, the way it happened. I'm not brave enough to put myself on the line and go, yeah, it's because of this. And I appreciate you doing it because, like, there's going to be people in the comment section in our podcast going, that guy's mad or that guy's genius. You're going to get both of the things in it.
Yeah, you're going to get loads of people going, yeah, he's absolutely right. Thank God somebody said it. Because those 2 gutless twats haven't spoken about it at all.
Because they're too fucking scared.
In 79 episodes.
I've read a lot about centralized digital currency, and I completely agree with Johan on it. Me and Johan have never spoken about this, by the way.
Okay, cool.
But I actually completely agree with you. So centralized digital currency in a nutshell, or do you want to explain what it is, Johan?
Yeah, no, that's that. You go.
Right, so in a nutshell, what's going to happen, this is obviously in theory, but so by the way, centralized digital currency is in the process of being made.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's already happening
it's an
in
actual
some countries.
thing. Like it's not like, oh my god, this is a woke theory. No. This is actually a real fucking thing, and inevitably it will go across the whole of the whole world. But what's going to happen is, instead of you being paid Great British pounds, because let's be honest, I personally believe within 5 years, physical cash in the UK is going to become black market, and you're not going to be able to use it anywhere. You will not be able to use cash. It all has to go online. Right, so centralized digital currency, everything will be on a blockchain platform online. So every single transaction that ever happens within the fucking island that is the United Kingdom will be recorded. So you will not be paid in British sterling pounds. You will be paid in tokens, centralized bank tokens. Let's say, for example, for easy numbers, you're paid 5,000 tokens a month. What they're then going to do is go, right, you have to spend 3,000 tokens within the first 2 months. And if you don't, they're going to expire. So you basically...
And what they're also going to do, before they're going to give it to you now, right, the transitioning period is, so say you've got savings of 100 grand in the account, for instance, right? They say that they will give you double to compensate for the fact that you're not going to have the pound anymore, but you're going to have the digital pound now, for instance. But it's also going to be worldwide the same currency. So whether you go to Spain or whether you go to America, that digital money that you're going to be spending is exactly the same value everywhere.
So,
But they will give you more in the beginning to compensate for the fact that you are going to go out of your comfort zone to accept that.
so it's a way to control how you spend it, because they're like, right, you've got 5,000 tokens. If you don't spend 3,000 within 2 weeks, those 3,000 expire. So you better fucking spend them. 2, what they're going to do is they're going to control the areas of where you are allowed to spend said tokens. For example,
And that's already started. If you look
Yeah.
at the 15-mile cities, have you heard of that, Mike?
Yeah.
No.
I have.
So in Oxford, they've had that already, haven't they, Rick?
yeah.
So you can only, what they want to do is within a certain radius, you will have all the amenities that you will need to survive, like a post office, a shop, a clothing shop, etc., etc. And you will not be able to travel further than 15 miles, for instance, or a radius from your house. And that's what they want to restrict you to as well. And that's already
So-
started.
Not that you'll not be able to travel, but you won't be able to use your money.
Yeah.
So basically, you'll be restricted. Let's say within a 50-mile radius, you can use all of your money at your free will and do as your heart desires. You go outside of that 50-mile radius, nothing's valid. You can't use
it
it.
won't accept it. Can't work.
Literally.
Does it work on Amazon though? Like, because Amazon is like
Online, of course. Online, it will work. Right, but apparently, 1, it's a way of making all of the money used in our economy. 2, it's a way of keeping track of every single transaction that happens ever. So it will make accountants and bookkeepers completely redundant, because you won't need it, because there'll be programs and AI that will just do it all for you. And 2, it's to keep people within regions of where they live. Right, so conspiracy or not, I strongly believe within 20 years this will happen. I truly believe it.
Yeah. It's all about control, mate.
Mike.
So
And
that's
it's
my controversial
Well, I'm
opinion.
fucking terrified. I've never heard of all this, lot. And I'm not going to lie, lads. I'm not going to fucking sleep tonight. So thanks for that.
Mate, read up about it.
No, I don't want to. I'm going to go and get some fucking tinfoil, put it on my eyes or something to make it stop. So the only thing, like right at the start of this, it was the COVID-19 thing. The only reason I think that COVID-19 wasn't a hoax is that every government in the world would have had to come together and go, let's come up with this thing, right?
They did.
And you've got countries at war and shit, and just going, we can't agree on where the border between our two countries are, so I'm going to bomb the shit out of you. Well, hold on a minute, stop bombing me a minute. What? This thing about that? Yeah, let's all come together and make this thing up. That's the only thing that I
don't know, not necessarily.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, because it wouldn't have had to have been all the governments. It would have just, it could have been the top 100 most powerful people or influential people in the whole entire world, and then all they have to do is, from that 100, they spread that down, and that goes to 1,000. They spread that down and spread that down and spread that down. So it's like a pyramid effect,
We
isn't
spoke
it?
about the Arctic Treaty on our conspiracy theory podcast, didn't we? Which is basically that during the height of the Cold War, so many countries came together and put this treaty together, which forbid anybody going and exploring the Arctic. And why was that in the middle of the Cold War? Because it's the same thing. It's like you could do it if it was something that was important enough to, like, financially for the like nations. I'm just going to throw
Right,
it.
and that is part of where my second one will come in
Okay.
as well.
Yeah, can we move on to your second one? Because frankly, we're going to have to move this on and speed it up a little bit, because I'm going to have to get out in the garden and build a fucking bunker. So we need to crack on. Go with your second.
Have you seen how many millionaires have actually built bunkers?
Yes.
Okay,
you
tell
go,
me about
Mike.
Yes.
this.
Right, I'm back in a minute. Just going to go and get me spade from the shed. Anyway, go on. We'll break from convention of the you then. And Johan, you go with number 2 if it's related.
So number 2 is I believe, or I'm open to the thought and the belief that the Earth can be flat, and that we've never been to the moon.
I love flat Earth. Mike knows I love flat Earth theory.
And that comes back to that thing about the wall in the Arctic, because beyond that wall, that's why they don't want the general public to go there.
Yeah.
There is more worlds beyond there. Mate, I'm open to that. I'm not saying I believe it, but I'm very open to the opinion about it. And me and Alice, mate, I always wound up about it. I'm like, Earth's flat. I make her believe that I believe it's flat, mate. And she just gets so wound up. She bites every time.
Before we go into further discussion about this, I just want to observe the fact that when you said that, you went, I believe that I'm open to the belief that I'm open to the belief that this thing could be a thing. And you were like, if I just say it outright, I think this gig in Czech and this fucking mental billionaire has gone too far. He actually believes the Earth's flat, so he had to dial it back a bit.
Like before you and Rick sort of wait this, let me just have my. So me and Johan are the blue boys on one side of this screen. I'm not sure which it is now, left or right.
It's going to be left now because you said left before, so I'm going to have to put you both onto that side, which is going to mean that me and you are going to be like Deck and Ant, because I'm always on the left and you're on the right. Now it's going to have to be different.
I think
because of you.
I think what happens with this is like me and Johan just don't care enough whether it's true or not. It's simple as that. Because so I love the flat Earth theory because I said this on the podcast we did about this. So. Part of the reason why most people believe in like the way that the world is because you're taught it at school, and I just said that one of the things about flat Earth is like if you were taught that the Earth was flat, and that we lived on this sort of like flat dish that floated through time with a big dome over the top of it, if suddenly a group of people came out and said, no, actually you're on this round rock that spins at 24,000 miles an hour and sucks you to it. And then that thing goes around at 64,000 miles an hour through an infinitesimal, it's hard to say, like space. You'd go, fuck off, you're completely crazy.
Until somebody got in a spaceship and fucking did it.
Did they though? Did they though?
Or did they?
Yes, exactly, mate. So what is the proof that we've actually been to the moon?
Yeah, exactly.
What is the proof? Because exactly, mate. If you look at the fucking thing that they flew to the moon and back with, right?
Yes.
It was a bit of fucking tinfoil, mate.
Yeah.
They've got the technology today. Mate, don't tell me we've got worse technology today than we had fucking in what did you go to the moon?
1969.
60s?
69.
Yeah.
The fuck? How could they not have gone back yet?
But
I would like to talk more about the Arctic hole.
Go on. Yes.
Yeah, go on, mate.
No, I want to know more about it because
I know.
I'm very curious about it. What are they hiding?
If you go and Google it as well, there was an explorer, an American explorer in the 60s.
Yep.
I can't remember his name. Do you know his name, Baz?
No, so he bought an ice ship and sailed it into the Arctic.
Yeah.
And
And
he
he
got-
actually explored, and he said he found a different world out there.
Yeah.
And he went to this other world. And then when he came back, they fucking censored him, mate.
Yeah. They
And
took
they
his ship,
sent-
they
and
took
then
his
they were
ship
like-
off him and everything. They literally took his ship off him and said, you can't go there anymore.
Yeah, mate.
There you go.
It's a true story.
Yeah, it's
It's-
true
and they've
So
got his
apparent-
journals. They've actually got his real life journals that this guy had that exist today.
Apparently, there's part of the Arctic which physically don't come up on anything, on GPS, maps, nothing. It's just quite literally missing. But there's been people who've been to the Arctic, obviously not been to the Arctic Circle, but they've been to the Arctic, and they're like, look, in the distance, this is literally not on the map. It's non-existent, but I can see it. It's there. So I would love to learn more about it, because why is that hidden?
I'm enjoying Mike's face through all this.
No, see, do you know what? I love that Rick is the personality that wants to know more about it, and I'm the personality who goes, stop fucking telling me this shit. It terrifies me. I'm quite happy. Look, lots of these conspiracy theories, when they say like, oh, there's a group of people or there's an entity that controls everything, and I'm like, well, as long as I can still see my family and my mates, and I can still play golf, and I can still go shopping and do the things that I like, I don't care. I don't care if somebody else is controlling that. 'Cause if my part of the world is what it is, and I'm enjoying my life, I don't care if it's bollocks or it's true that there is somebody controlling this whole thing. Because if there's somebody controlling it all, and I'm allowed to keep my little bit of it that I quite enjoy, thank you very much, I don't give a shit if someone's controlling it, or if it's just natural, or if it's just, it is governments and stuff like that. I don't care.
I'd love to learn more. I'd like to learn more about the conspiracies. I don't think I strongly 100% believe them, but I'm very much in the mind frame of Johan that I am very open to it. Very open to it. Me too.
I would implore people who are watching or listening to this to go to facebook.com/mildlypod and put in the comments what your take is.
Yeah.
Do you think that is true, or do you think it's bollocks?
Especially if you're Christian American. Do it.
Yes!
Well,
All right,
I
cool.
expect Richard A. Christian.
Yes. So give your verdict. Give your verdict on.
Tell us what you know, and then tell us your religious beliefs, and see if they correlate.
I'm just going to let you know, I'm going to Scotland tomorrow to see Johan. We're going to sort this shit out, mate.
Please.
You'll be halfway there when you get up to him.
Yes.
From yours to Johan, if you drive the same distance from Johan north, you'll probably bump into that wall that they were talking about. Was it a wall? I don't know.
Yeah.
Big glass wall.
It
Over
is.
that bit of the dome across the, You'll drive up and across the dome.
Right.
Anyway, I think we've...
Yes, I think we have.
Rick, can we slightly change tack? Or have you got another one? Is yours about fucking lizards?
No.
Is yours about the fucking royal family being lizards? Because if it is, we're finishing this now.
I don't remember the other two that I sent in.
The other two you said me was people shouldn't refer to looking after their kids as babysitting.
Oh,
Yes.
Or when people tell me their kid is 49 months old, it enrages me.
Well, that's just fucking stupid.
That's the
isn't it?
one.
Let's be honest.
That is the one.
Let's have both of those.
Well, okay, yeah. So in a nutshell, one, when parents go, "Oh, I'm just babysitting my kid." You're not babysitting your fucking kid. You're just being a parent, mate. Chill out. Nobody's babysitting any cunt unless it's not their parent. So we'll put that straight there and fucking draw a line under that. And the second one
Tick.
is, well, yeah, when somebody goes, "Oh, how old's your kid?" And they go, "Oh, it's 49 months old." No, the kid's fucking 4 years old, mate. Like, you got a 4-year-old. I think that's acceptable up to the age of 2.
Yes.
And then after that, how old's your kid? 2. How old's your kid? 3, 4, 5. Fucking 49 months. And then you got some other dickhead who can't do maths and they're like that, fucking in their head. They're like, oh, he looks older. Well, you don't even know what 49 months is, mate, so don't lie. Like, yeah, so that irritates me. Those two get right on my tits.
So you've drawn this arbitrary line at 2 years old. You, in terms of, you
Months.
Sorry. But you're saying like at 2 years old, that's when you stop referring to it as months.
Yeah.
Then it's years after that. Is that?
Yeah.
What's wrong with if your kid's 13 months old? What's wrong with saying how old's your kid? 1.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I agree with you. But I think in terms
It's more socially
of,
acceptable if they say, "Oh, he's 16 months old." Or,
Yeah, I think it's I believe it's something to do with actual nursing, not nursing, but in the healthcare sector. That at a certain amount of months, up to the age of 2, they need to know how many months they are for certain vaccinations or for certain things. And then after the age of 2...
Don't say vaccinations or Johan will be off on one.
Apologies, yeah. Don't get triggered, fuck's sake. And then after that, they get like their jabs, don't they, at the age of 3 and then at the age of 5 and then so on and so forth. But prior to that, it's like... Yeah, some of them might get it. Some jabs at 6 months and then at 9 months and whatever. So I believe that's why it is. But obviously some people just fucking latch onto the months and they go 49 months old. Well, no, your kid's 4 years, 1 month old, mate. Stop. Just chill out, bro.
I would absolutely agree. But just to piss you off, I'm going to, from now on, just refer to myself as 593 months old.
I'm 593.
And if you noticed, I wasn't paying attention, and I was on my calculator trying to work that out.
if you watch this, I was doing the same thing about my daughter.
You fucking childish fuckers.
I'm surprised you're only realising this now, Johan.
I was about to go, my daughter's 396.271 months old.
But yeah, mate,
Going,
honestly,
going decimal points on it would be class. If somebody said, "How old's your daughter?" and somebody says, "Oh yeah, she's 23 months." All right, 23 months old is she? Yeah, well, mine's
honestly, yeah.
300.7.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid, isn't it? Honestly, yeah.
That is.
That's one of my mildly controversial opinions.
I would agree that it is fucking stupid. Do you know what I mean? And you just think like I say, it seems like the acceptable limit is 2 years. We'll give people that. But I think even in between 1 and 2. I was like, if your kid's 13 months old and someone says, "How old's your kid?" and you say 13 months old, fuck off, it's 1.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're just being picky. And then 14, 15, 16, that's kind of getting a grey area. And then you get to 18 months, fair enough, I'll let you have 18 months. But then 19 months, no, fuck off. 18 months. Just say 18. Round it down to 18.
Round it
do you know
up,
what I mean?
Just round it up or down.
And then, there were 20 months. Do you know what I mean?
You've basically
Anything
got a fucking
20 plus.
2-year-old.
Anything 20 plus, nearly 2.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, one of my mildly controversial opinions is I fucking hate it. And I'm guilty of it at the moment because I am 49. Obviously, I've got a milestone coming up. So people say, "How old are you?" I was like, I can't fucking bear it when it's like, "How old are you?" I was like, "Oh, I'm 50 this year." It's like,
Yeah.
well, you're 49.
Say 49.
Just tell me you're 49. I can do the fucking maths.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? I know what comes next, dickhead.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't ask you how
Very
old you
good.
are in 4 years.
Very good.
Now, how old are you?
right, so this is going to blow your minds. I've got a milestone coming up, but it falls on my wife's birthday. So on the 14th of April, my wife turns 44. I turn 30 millionth minute on the same day as her birthday.
How in the name of fuck do you know that, Baz?
There's a website you can go to find where you find your significant minute birthday. So I'm going to be
Wow,
30 million minutes old on her actual birthday. I can't do that to her because, like,
That's old as fuck, bro.
yeah, mate, 30 million minutes. Seriously, it's fucking nuts.
I
a lot of minutes.
love the fact that you were going to steal your wife's thunder on her birthday.
But I'm not. I
47. 47 is not a fucking good number.
No.
Check this one out.
No,
Did you say
57.
47 or 44?
57,
No,
yeah.
she's
Well,
47,
your
you
wife?
said.
I don't know. No, Liz is going to be 44 on her next
Yeah,
birthday.
you said 44, didn't you?
Yeah, but on her
I thought
birthday,
you said 47. I wasn't listening.
it just so coincides that my 30 millionth minute birthday is going to be on her. I can't even make a post about it. I'm not even going to do
No,
it.
you can't. No.
I probably
I
will
will.
because I'm a cunt.
I will, and I'll tag you in. And I'll this is mildly controversial, but Baz's wife's birthday is unimportant because Baz has found a fucking way of making it unimportant.
It's all about me.
Literally, her
Baz has
husband.
scoured the internet to make his wife's birthday unimportant.
Oh, God.
Oh, right. Dare we ask Johan for his third?
Yes, please.
Go on then.
Right, so I grew up Christian, right, in the church, and we were Protestants. My mum brought us up Protestant church, so we were part of the happy clappies, we used to call them, or still, like, you know, when you watch the films and you see them, the black folk in the church, and it's all like, hallelujah, clapping hands, and it's all
Like the
about
gospel
that.
church.
Aye,
isn't
mate.
it?
Yeah, so that's the kind of
Yeah.
church I grew up in, and I think in the Old Testament it says in there that because of the way that a pig's hoof is, we are not allowed to eat pigs, right? Because they are from the devil. And still till today, because of that, I don't eat pork. I will not eat a pork chop. But mate, I fucking devour a sausage and a bit of bacon.
I love that. It's just like, I firmly believe that the baby Jesus told me not to eat the parts of pig that aren't as tasty as the nice ones.
Yes, that's right. Well, thank you,
But
Jesus.
still today, mate, I will not eat a pork chop. I just can't eat a pork chop. But give me a bit of bacon and give me a sausage. Fuck. I'm all over that.
I don't know. I admire your morals. Do you know what I mean? I was like, not eating pork chops. Here's a mildly controversial opinion. My brother loves lamb chops, right? Chops fucking piss me off because there's such a high proportion of what's dished up that you can't eat. I was like, give me the good bit, I'll accept a leg of lamb because there's a bone in the middle and the rest of it falls off and stuff. Just lamb chops and pork chops are the same. You look at them and you go, oh, that's going to be lovely. And then it's like a battle with your own food to get it off.
Yeah.
And there's a high proportion of what's on your plate that you can't eat, and I'm not a fan of that. So it's kind of, I support your do you know what? Fuck it. From now on, I'm going to say, same as Johan, I'm going to say that the reason I don't eat pork chops and lamb chops is religious.
Yeah, they're from the devil.
Because they're from the devil. Yeah. And mushrooms, I'm throwing them in as well. They're fucking. There's the devil's genitals.
I like mushrooms.
Fuck off.
I'll eat a mushroom, mate.
Sorry, we're not judging. Yeah, but fuck off.
Can I just ask? So, would a T-bone steak be considered as a beef chop?
A T-bone steak?
Yeah,
No,
is it a
I don't
beef
believe
chop?
so.
Is it a beef chop?
No, mate, because T-bone, you've got sirloin one side and you've got fillet on the other side. That's fucking tasty meat.
There's
right
a
there,
fucking
Rick.
meat eater right there.
There you
Yeah,
go.
boy.
I mean, don't try and diss any kind of quality meat to a South African. I've learned this to my cost.
Rick,
Anything that can be put on a braai that needs you to lift and strain yourself to throw it on. That's what you want. Big chunks of fucking meat, man.
Rick, what's your take on the pork chop scenario?
I think it's fucking nonsense, isn't it? Just eat it. That's just my opinion. Like we at home often have slow cooked beef and black bean pork chops, and they're fucking delicious. And I promise you, if you came and you eat them, you wouldn't know that they were pork chops because they've been slow cooked in fucking beef and black bean sauce, and they're sensational.
I'll be there tomorrow.
Beef and black bean pork chops.
Sorry, pork and black bean. I apologise.
Pork and black bean.
Thank you for clarifying. 'Cause I was confused as fuck.
Thank you for
there.
clarifying that.
I was like, when did the cow get involved?
No, pork and black bean sauce, slow cooked. It's fucking sensational, mate.
Oh, that does sound very good. To be fair,
It is delicious.
I'll tell you what. Next time you and Johan are together, I want you to cook that and convert him. Convert him back to the devil.
But you see, the thing is, you boys just fuck up every fucking time. Every time. Because I know the fucking shit you want to do now, so it's not going to happen, mate. It's the same with last night. We filmed the podcast, and Rick was like, oh, I'm going to do this and this now. And I was like, mate, you fucked up. Because I know what you're going to do now.
So what happened, right? So we filmed yesterday, and basically there is a company out there that will take a woman's juices or a man's semen, and you can send it to them, and they will make jewelry out of it. And I said,
pearl necklace. I don't think you need to get a company involved to get a pearl necklace done.
no, an actual physical item.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood.
So, and I was like, Johan, I'm going to buy you a ring, brother, of my cum. I was like, you can wear my cum on your hand all day. And obviously he got real cross. He was like, I'll fucking burn it, bro. Bah, bah. Yeah, he got real cross at me.
Every fucking thing Rick's going to send me now from now on will be burned. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he was real sour at me when I said that. But
Every single present you buy Johan from now on is going to be sent away for DNA testing.
is this Rick's
Just in
cum? Yes or
case.
no? Yeah.
Does this contain any bodily fluids from any human being? I need to
Especially
get this
pork
checked.
hoof. Because it can't fucking contain that. Thank you.
Mate, Johan, I'm going to send you my sock from 1971.
What troubles me is that you still have that somewhere.
It's my favourite sock.
I hope
for posterity.
I really hope you don't.
Just like,
There'll be a
the
massive
sock.
diamond out of that one.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, Rick, you said you were going to. You said there was one that had, a
so
bugbear that had
the
sprung
ick.
to you.
Yeah, so
Oh, the ick.
just
There you
one
go,
more.
the
When,
yellow ick.
when people say that their dogs are their children,
Oh yeah.
Fuck off. No,
Tough one,
fuck
tough
off.
one.
It's not your child. It's not your child. Fuck off. Yes, it's part of the family. I
Yeah.
strongly believe that dogs can be part of the family, but it's not your child. Shut up. A child is far more important than a fucking dog.
Hey up, Mike. You've said this in the past.
We
love
have said this. I wholeheartedly agree. I'm a massive dog lover.
Same.
Right? But when people say dogs are as important as humans,
No.
it's bullshit. Right?
Absolute nonsense.
Because
I will run over a dog. I will not run over a human.
all right, that sounded like a threat. I'm going to fucking keep my dogs under lock and key now. Jesus.
Do you know what I mean?
There's
Like,
no
do you know
need
what I
for
mean?
that.
If I ran over a dog by mistake, I'd feel terrible for a few hours and then I'd crack on with my life. If I ran over a human, I would remember that for the rest of my life and it would be imprinted on my brain.
Yeah, but which human?
Do you know one thing that I love though in UK law? If you run over a dog, you legally have to report it to the police. You run over a cat, fuck it, wing it over a fence, crack on with your life.
No way.
That's wild, isn't it? Yeah, that's true. That's actually
hell.
true.
Don't fucking worry. Take it home, put it in a pot, do what you want with it. But a dog, you've got to report it.
Genuinely true, yeah.
Mate, so
But
let
yeah.
me going back to the dogs, right? Before you carry on now, and I'm going to talk to Rick about this as well because he's like, right, they're not as important as humans, and you don't call them your kids, right? Now, if you had a dog, which I know you do, Rick,
Yeah.
and so do you, Mike. Have you got any animals, Baz?
I did, but she died last year. So yeah. not
Thanks for
okay.
bringing that up, Johan.
Yeah. Put a damper on that, will you?
So why did we bring him on just to upset you, Baz?
No, it's fine because
Fucking hell. I thought you were better than that, Johan.
Anyway, right.
Come on,
so
Johan, come on.
if your dog, right, needed a back operation and it's going to cost you 10 grand,
No, put it down.
would you pay for it?
No.
Would you, Mike?
Absolutely. I'm shocked at the no thing on that. I
10
definitely
grand, mate.
would.
And if
No,
it was
I
going to
don't-
be, if you had to, also let me take that a little bit further. So you are on the verge of getting married, but you're putting your wedding off to get the dog first sorted and you delay your wedding by a couple of years, for instance. Would you do that?
No. Kill it.
I know Emma.
I would.
Oh,
and I
wow.
think I would. No, I would, and she would understand because she feels the same about dogs. But God, this has got real kind of. Johan's turned this into a dark direction.
Right, so just hear me out. Right, so ignore that question. Your dog needs a back operation. It costs £10,000. You do not have £10,000. You earn a very humble £30,000 a year, and obviously you're providing for your family and your children. Are you going to take a fucking loan out to pay for your dog to have a £10,000 back operation? To put yourself in financial debt and strain and struggle for a dog? Are you going to do that?
Can I go first, Mike, before you finish this?
Yeah,
off?
go on.
No. Carry on.
You lot are cunts. I'd
Mikey,
get myself
would you
into
do that?
so much financial trouble just for that thing.
Would you?
Because I think, I think you've made this. Those questions are easy for me because money's just fucking money. Do you know what I mean? So those conversations and those questions are easy for me. Where I do 100% agree with you in dogs aren't as important as humans because it's like, God willing, some. I'm not religious, don't know why I said God willing, but you know what I mean, as a phrase.
We have a man of the Lord present, so God willing, seems fair.
Well, absolutely. I mean, I've heard about his principles on eating pork chops, and I respect them.
Religious.
Yeah, I respect his religious principles on pork chops. But yeah, look, I would hope that sometime soon a human will come up with a cure for cancer. I'm not going to fucking hold my breath that a dog does. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I think that anyone who says that animals are as important as humans it's fucking nonsense. And the other thing I've got as well is, when these people say, oh, my dog's like one of the kids. It's like, one of my dogs sleeps in a cage.
But
I
see,
don't
the
think it'd
difference-
go down well if one of my kids also slept in a
No,
cage.
not so much, mate.
Do you
You see, the big thing for me, though, Mike, as well, is in South Africa, right, when I came over to the UK, at the fucking tender age of 23, like 25 years ago, I was
way
fucking
longer than that,
shooketh, mate. Shooketh to see how you treated your animals. Like, mate, for us, fucking the dogs sleep outside, mate. Fuck that. You don't get a dog in the house. Are you fucking mad? Not even on the sofa, mate. They're lucky if they can get in the house on the carpet. Like, honestly, mate, I was like, what the fuck?
And if they lie still long enough, they're on the bride.
But yeah, I mean, that's just the difference. Like, we grew up on the farm, you know. And
Stroking the dog, and then all of a sudden you get to the back legs and you start squeezing it. It's like, yeah, fuck it, this one's going on. I'm a big dog lover, and I love the fact that every night me and the wife will sit and watch some TV. The dogs will curl up with us, and I get something from that. It's companionship, and
I get
it
it.
makes me
I
feel
understand
nice
that, and I can relate to that.
But yeah, if going back to the point where you say, like, people say, oh, like the dog's like one of the children, that's fucking nonsense. Because if somebody has got one child and one dog, and someone comes in the house with a gun and says, I've got to shoot one of them now. In a heartbeat, they're going to go, the one with four legs, for fuck's sake. Unless the kid's been pissing them off that day, and that's just bad timing. Absolutely, 100% agree. And like I say, and it's we crate trained both of our, like, only one of our dogs sleeps in a crate overnight, yeah? And he fucking loves it. The crate door is open during the day, and he will go in there for a bit of peace and quiet because he knows nobody else is allowed in there. He loves it. So when we were researching, should you crate train your dog? Obviously, you go down this thing, and some people are going, would you like to be in a cage?
Yeah.
I was like, no, but I also wouldn't like to shit in the garden and lick my own genitals to clean them. It's such a stupid fucking argument.
Hang on, look.
I quite like to lick my own genitals.
Well, to be fair, I did have two ribs removed, but it didn't work.
No, mate, I got 3 dogs. And all 3 of my dogs are crate trained, and they all live in a crate as well.
Yeah, it's just, but that just shows the whole fallacy of this thing. Oh, they're like members of the family, and don't get me wrong, I love our dogs, and they are part of the family, but they are way below the kids.
Yeah, mate, they're at the bottom of the fucking food chain.
Imagine if you could actually lick your own genitals. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
I'd love it. I mean, Johan can because of the length of his cock. But yeah, he's just different.
I wondered how long it would be before you how long into a podcast it would be before you mentioned the length of Johan's penis.
Mate.
It's not even your podcast.
every time, mate. Every fucking time.
He's a very well endowed man, and I'm proud of him for that.
So yeah, well look, before people fucking hate you, like, so all right, so let's recap, right? Johan is beautiful enough to be a model. His voice is beautiful enough to have women sexually aroused, and he's hung like a horse.
Correct.
Everybody now hates Johan. Why have you done that to him, Rick?
Because he gives me nothing back. That's why. So I thought, fuck it.
Right, I don't think there's going to be a bombshell this week. I think we'll just wrap it up this way. In terms of, I need to just say thank you to our guests, Rick and Johan, for a number of things. Firstly, for coming on to the podcast. Secondly, just I feel blessed that you are here. I feel blessed that I consider you both as friends. Whether you do or not is irrelevant. I feel blessed that you both have phenomenal audio. Thank you very much, because it saves me a massive fucking job. Not that Johan or Baz understand the traumas of trying to get audio right for a podcast.
Just get on with it.
Absolutely no fucking notion.
Did you see that bit of tumbleweed go past my back?
So, no, I need to thank you both massively for being here. Thank you, Rick, for taking your equipment down to where you're staying tonight, away for work, and I really, really appreciate it. Thank you both for being on again. Massively appreciate it. Don't forget, everybody, you need to go and search out the Confessional podcast. It is brilliant. I know I'm biased because I like both these guys, but it is really, really good. The links are below, but if you can't find it in that, go and look for the Confessional podcast on all your usual audio platforms. If you can't find it, I'm pretty sure if you just Google Big Dick South African, it'll come up.
Just be Johan.
Yeah.
And then a link to the
and on that bombshell, that's where we'll leave it for this week.
Yes!
I knew I'd squeeze one in there somehow. Right, thanks everyone for listening. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us a review, and don't forget to respond to all of the things that these guys have said. So get in the comment section. All of the comments and all of the reviews help to grow this bigger. And we've got another podcast that we need to compete against now. Which is theirs.
It's cool, isn't it?
Not really. Once you've listened to this one, go and subscribe to theirs. There's room for 2 podcasts in everyone's life. Yes! Just make sure it's ours and theirs. Thanks everyone for listening, and we'll see you next time. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Guys.
Doodle pips.
Toodle pips. He got toodle pips in.
Yeah, of course he did.